Climbing back upon Mount Soapbox for another rant. And today we are obviously ranting about Rockstar's live service overall. It's similar to a segment from a previous vlog that I made into a video with Riley and me. By the way, feel free to check out Riley's channel, link below in the description section, as well as the video I'm referring to. Rockstar is terrible at online games. In other words, this rant is a sequel to that video, which was a segment of a vlog from our vlogs channel. I felt like the time was right to make this rant in light of a situation that has developed over on PC for GTA Online that I covered in a short a couple days ago. I'll just go over it real quick. This was from Tez 2. New extreme exploits have appeared, allowing cheaters to remotely add, remove, modify stats, and permanently corrupt account, aka ban and delete. So a lot of people have been putting out the videos trying to warn everybody not to play GTA Online on PC, and I would recommend not playing Red Dead Online on PC either, because that has issues too. Without a really good firewall, or better yet, don't even bother playing GTA Online or Red Dead Online on PC until Rockstar finally gets around to fixing the problems that plague both GTA Online and Red Dead Online via PC, which most likely will be never at this point. I also put up a poll that I want to go over, maybe read a few comments. By the way, thanks to everybody that left comments and voted in my poll in my YouTube community tab. How would you rate Rockstar Games when it comes to live service online gaming? And I basically cited what I was talking about in the poll, or referring to: GTA Online, Red Dead Online, quality of life, the peer-to-peer servers, DLCs, security, support, microtransactions, GTA Plus, Outlaw Pass, communication, roadmaps, etc. A staggering 53% of you voted 1 star, 23% 2 stars, 15% 3 stars, 7% 4 stars. Only 3% gave Rockstar 5-star rating for live service online gaming. Bear in mind, my channel was built around mostly Rockstar Games, the GTA as well as Red Dead franchise. So I have a lot of fellow Rockstar Games fans, viewers, subscribers, and members that feel like Rockstar has done a terrible job, once again, when it comes to live service and online gaming, especially if over 50% of everybody that voted gave it 1 star. Vader says, I give them a 3 because they do provide fun experiences with others. However, the structures are whack, and the model is to keep adding more and more crap to eventually it becomes oversaturated, unlike Red Dead Online. My personal opinion is they select a specific time frame or period and stick with it. No flying cars in a modern world. A lot of people have had issue with the fact that we have the Deluxo as well as the broomstick, and they just want GTA to be a little bit more quote-unquote realistic without all the futuristic stuff. Spare and Donkey says, in the height of GTA Online and Red Dead Online's peak, which was around 2019-2020, I would have given them 4 stars. But now, I may be too generous here, but I'm moving them down to 3 stars, maybe 2.6. The amount of little things that have really been adding up to is something massively disappointing for them lately. It feels like it's only going downhill from here, GB. ESP says, I give them 1 star. Bear in mind, ESP is one of the 50+% that gave Rockstar 1-star rating, because I've been playing live service since 2004, and Rockstar is by far the worst. Ezio says, I'm pretty sure the PC version of GTA Online has bricked a few computers just this week. And that is a sad reality. When you play an online game by a multi-million-dollar studio like Rockstar, you're hoping that there's certain security measures in place to protect the players, the consumers, the customers. But as we have found out, once again, PC in GTA Online is far from safe. And not only are accounts being deleted and banned because of the modders, it's quite possible that some computers out there might have also been bricked by players that got into GTA Online PC without realizing the danger they were stepping in until it was too late. Fernando Martinez, aka the Sheep Taco Man, They are a great developer for story-driven games, but if we only take into account their online service, then I give them 0 stars. Peer-to-peer servers from a company that makes $1 million a day from online game, no security on PC, very weak customer support, no communication at all, constant bugs and glitches that never get fixed unless it's a money glitch or a cooldown avoiding glitch that hurts their bottom line. We don't hear about updates until less than a week before releases. Only 2 updates a year from a live service game. Updates introduce new bugs, glitches, God mode orb spam players make public lobbies unplayable, and these players do not get banned. And in 2022 updates, it was just copy-pasta content and quality of life improvements that should have been in the game years ago. A couple more comments came in. First off from Joey. They should stick to highly detailed game worlds, rich stories, and characters without monetization. In other words, focus on story, single-player based games instead of online. And finally, Kane says this, I gave them a 3. Reddit Online's peak in 2019-2021 were some of the most fun I've ever had in an online game. But at the same time, I can't ignore the carnage that was going on the PC port. Same with GTA Online. I think a 3 is fair, but I could be wrong. Once again, thanks to everybody that voted in the poll, as well as all of you that left comments. And a lot of what was said in the comments section reflects how myself and a lot of you feel. And it is devastating what has happened to GTA Online on PC. My concern is not only are GTA Online players on PC affected by what's happening, but there's a very real possibility that we may start to hear similar stories coming over from players on Red Dead Online PC, which is quite literally the Wild West. And there's a big reason why I stopped playing on the PC versions of both games years ago, because of the modders. They would just grab your character, sling them across the map at will in Red Dead Online. They would blow you up in both games and do all sorts of interesting things to you. Plus, it's not safe. You can have your IP tracked, you can be DDoSed, and now your account can be hacked and modded without you having any say or approval or consent. While you're playing GTA Online on PC, some modder could come in and max out your rank to, 7,999, do things that result in your account being banned and deleted, while you did nothing wrong. And I still get stories in Red Dead Online on PC about the chest modders that will spawn chests randomly, and unsuspecting players end up opening the chest just thinking it's just a regular chest, because there are chests you can open in the game. And unfortunately, it still results in them being unjustifiably banned from Red Dead Online on PC. To be honest, I would never ever touch GTA or Red Dead Online on PC ever again. And what has happened recently on GTA Online on PC is another reason to make sure you have good security, a good firewall before you jump into either game on PC, or just avoid those games at all cost. It's my opinion that one of the major issues as to why there's problems on both games is because Rockstar and Take-Two have gone the cheap route by using peer-to-peer instead of investing time and money and a team into dedicated server farms for their online games. Bear in mind, GTA Online has made Rockstar and Take-Two billions of dollars, but they still keep this game on peer-to-peer. Not just on PC, but also on Sony as well as Microsoft via PlayStation and Xbox. The only reason why it's safer to play GTA and Red Dead Online on console as opposed to PC is because of security measures and safeguards put in place by Microsoft and Sony. Rockstar has nothing to do with that. So they don't deserve any credit for it being safer, well, safer, quote unquote, to play GTA Online and Red Dead Online on your Xbox or PlayStation. But if there were dedicated servers for both online games, it would be easier to secure. It would be safer for players. Rockstar could fix issues via the back door much easier, quicker, and efficiently with dedicated servers than with the peer-to-peer. And overall, it would be a much better experience for the players and the communities of both GTA and Red Dead Online if we had dedicated servers instead of the cheap-ass peer-to-peer. Extremely disappointing, because there's plenty of other studios, big and small, that do live service, that run their online games via dedicated servers, and you can see the difference in how well those games run compared to how GTA and Red Dead Online run, whether it's PC or console, which is thanks to Rockstar and Takes-Two decision to continue with peer-to-peer, which is extremely outdated and obviously very unsafe. Now I want to specifically talk about Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, I launched my channel around GTA Online back in March 2014. I'm a huge GTA fan, been one since the beginning, the top-down version of the game, through the 3D eras as well as present day. So I absolutely loved playing GTA Online over the past, well, near decade now, right? From the 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, PC, now PS5, Xbox Series. Rockstar and Take-Two have allowed greed to get the better of them because they've made so much money off of GTA Online that they've kept re-releasing it over and over and over again, and most recently, nearly a year ago, on PS5 and Xbox Series, with some improvements. They added performance and performance RT, which allows the game to run up to 60 FPS. They did a few tweaks and modifications here and there, but overall, it's pretty much the same game that it's been since last gen, i.e. PS4, Xbox One. Now, this could have been a free upgrade for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series players that already had the game on PS4, Xbox One, because fun fact, up until the launch of the PS5, Xbox Series versions of GTA Online, I was able to play the PS4, Xbox One version on my PS5 and on my Xbox Series. But Rockstar Take-Two, once again, won't pass on an opportunity to squeeze every last penny out of us, decided to re-release the game again. And to make matters worse, not only do they make money off of the shark cards and selling copies of the game, whether it's the full game like GTA 5 or the standalone version of GTA Online, they also introduced the GTA Plus subscription service for PS5, Xbox Series players. And the updates have dwindled as well. There was a time we were getting at least 3 updates a year in GTA Online and big updates in December, but now not so much. And as a few of you pointed out, a lot of it feels copy pasta. Yeah, it's nice that they focused a bit more on quality of life improvements over the past 2 updates, but those improvements should have been made years ago, and there's still a lot about GTA Online that needs to be improved. But due to the success of GTA Online, Rockstar has focused less on putting out new games. Yes, they did put out Red Dead Redemption 2, which is a masterpiece back in 2018. It's unfortunate that Red Dead Online didn't fare much better. We'll get to that in just a moment. But because of the success of GTA Online, it potentially scrapped other Rockstar games that might have been in development and has clearly delayed GTA 6. It's in production now, and it has been for the past few years. But if Rockstar wouldn't focus so much of their efforts on GTA Online, imagine how much sooner we would have gotten GTA 6. But to be fair, a lot of us Elder Scrolls games are still waiting for Elder Scrolls 6, right, Bethesda? Longer production cycles seem to be the norm now when it comes to AAA games, including GTA. But putting GTA 6 aside for a moment, it would have been cool if we would have gotten a sequel to Bully, or maybe a completely new IP from Rockstar as well over the past decade, instead of GTA 5 over and over and over and over again. But hey, at least we got Red Dead Redemption 2, which moseys me over to Red Dead Online. Its lifespan was basically from 2018, when it launched as a beta, about a month after Red Dead Redemption 2's release, to about 2022, when Rockstar officially announced that they were going to stop making major updates to Red Dead Online. The tragedy of Red Dead Online is bad decision-making by those that were in charge of the live service for Red Dead Online, and they made some interesting choices for updates and content that didn't exactly sit well with the Red Dead Online community. Bear in mind, this is supposed to be a Wild West game, and all you really had to do, developers, managers, whoever was in charge of Red Dead Online, was go watch some Westerns and see some of the things that make those Westerns amazing and possibly fun to be implemented in an online Wild West game like Red Dead Online. But did they do that? No. they went with these roles, which some of them are fine. They deviated to less interesting roles like the naturalist role, which is the final role that we ever got. Half the role is actually quite interesting because it's more of a hunter role where you're going out hunting legendary animals. The other half is animal samples and getting sprayed by some whack job rich girl. And then the quote-unquote final update over a year later was the Blood Money update, which didn't really go over too well with the Red Dead Online community, and introduced the Capitale, which was the fourth currency in Red Dead Online, cash, gold, as well as roll tokens, Capitale. Too many currencies. And since day one of the beta, there's been issues such as the inability to actually stay in the server before getting kicked out. That happened across the board. Animals not spawning in. It took Rockstar forever to fix the animal populations. Griefers, which if you're familiar with what goes on in GTA Online with God mode, orb spamming, etc., that is unfortunately nothing new. And then, of course, you have the Gold Bar store, which they opened in the early days of the Red Dead Online beta, and they still have it open despite the fact they are clearly discontinuing Red Dead Online's live service, and most likely will never see a major update to Red Dead Online again. But Rockstar and Take-Two, once again, got to try and get every last nickel and penny out of us, which is why they keep the Gold Bar store open for new, unsuspecting players in Red Dead Online in order to get money out of them, because a lot of us veteran players have plenty of cash and plenty of gold, yet we're still living at a camp with Crips. Now, the Outlaw Pass started off pretty strong, but in the end, Rockstar really dropped the ball with the Outlaw Pass, and then they chopped up the last Outlaw Pass into 4 mini passes called the Quick Draw Club. There were 2 Halloween passes, but that is pretty much it when it comes to the pass system in Red Dead Online, which overall, I think that there were things about it I liked. There were things I think Rockstar could have implemented better. But since they discontinued passes in Red Dead Online, clearly they dropped the ball. Promises not delivered, like Rockstar continuing to expand the roles. Add the Davies twins, because if you play the tutorial, which most Red Dead Online players did, the Davies twins indicate that they are going to open up a horse business somewhere down the road where you will potentially have the ability to sell them horses, whether they're wild horses broken in, perhaps unique horses, or simply just stealing NPC horses to sell to the Davies twins. That would have been a fun feature to have added to Red Dead Online, along with a lot of other content sitting in Red Dead Redemption 2 that could have been copy-pasted and repurposed into Red Dead Online as well. And that includes the mini-games, Blackjack, Dominoes, Five Fingers, still sitting over in Red Dead Redemption 2, easily could have repurposed into Red Dead Online, but Rockstar never did. They also never finished the Land of Opportunity story, which is the main story of Red Dead Online, revolved around the beginning of your character, their origin story, and the associations they have with Jessica Leclerc, Horley, but unfortunately we'll never get the conclusion to that story. We also never got properties, even though Rockstar was working on properties at one point. The data miners discovered information regarding properties, but 2-3 years later, still no properties added to Red Dead Online. And no, the Moonshine Shack doesn't count. We never got more stable space so we could buy more horses. We never got any new breeds of horses past the Turkmen skins. Plus, we never got something that would have made Red Dead Online actually feel like a Wild West online game. No major robberies or heists like bank robberies, stagecoach robberies, train robberies. Things you would expect in an online Wild West game. No, we get to go running around tranking animals and looking for Capitale instead. Plus, unlike GTA Online, we never got a job creator to make our own jobs, like our own horse races, our own call to arms, and we still don't have a Rockstar editor in order to make cool screenshots as well as little short machinima videos to upload to YouTube. But hey, we have the old-timey-wimey camera, which most people don't even bother using. On the other hand, there have been games that have come out in a similar situation as Red Dead Online. The difference is those games were not abandoned by their developers, and I'm going to cite 3 right now. No Man's Sky, Sea of Thieves, and Fallout 76, which I've been playing on the channel free on PlayStation Plus till the end of January 2023. It's also available on Game Pass via Xbox, And this is a game that started out around the same time as Red Dead Online. And admittedly, years ago, I had a hot take about Red Dead Online surviving Fallout 76 because I had more faith in Rockstar Games at the time in 2018 when it came to live service than Bethesda. Boy, I turned out to be wrong because Fallout 76 has continued to be supported along with No Man's Sky and Sea of Thieves. Meanwhile, Red Dead Online is left by the wayside. All those games I just mentioned and many more out there have had bad starts, just like Red Dead Online. The difference is their studios never gave up on those games and continued updating as well as improving them, but Red Dead Online was abandoned because it didn't prove to be as profitable as GTA Online. But the truth is, it was never going to be Rockstar and Take-Two. GTA is a huge franchise, and there's so much you can do with a world like GTA Online. Red Dead Online is very limited because it's set in the Wild West. It was never going to pique the interests of the same number of players as GTA Online. Even on Red Dead Online's best days, around the time the Frontier Pursuits update came out, which was the best update in 2019 and the best update to Red Dead Online ever, even at Red Dead Online's peak, it was never going to be at the same level or even come close to GTA Online. But it still could have been successful and profitable in its own right, and still deserves to be supported to this day with content and quality of life improvements. I'm willing to bet there's a lot of other live service studios out there that looks at Red Dead Online and wishes they had something like that because they know that they could work on it, put out content for it, quality of life improvements, and have a pretty good, loyal community to support that online game. Unfortunately for Red Dead Online, its older sibling is way more popular and much more beloved by its parents, aka Rockstar Games and Take-Two. Red Dead Online was never really given a chance to survive and thrive and build up a strong community of its own, and that's a big thanks to the sheer greed of Rockstar Games and Take-Two. They are so greedy that they'll keep the gold bar store up in an online game they have abandoned. They are so greedy that they do not put up the proper security measures for their players on PC for GTA or Red Dead Online. They're so greedy that they stick with peer-to-peer instead of investing into dedicated servers like most online line server games have already done. They're so greedy that one of the largest studios in the world with the largest number of employees, Rockstar Games, puts as little effort as possible into putting out updates for GTA Online, while at the same time promoting a subscription service that is not really worth $6 a month. Rockstar Games may have made some amazing single-player games, Red Dead Redemption 2, GTA 5, 4, Bully, as well as Max Payne 3 and the GTA 3D eras, just to name a few of their amazing games they've put out. And perhaps GTA 6 will be awesome. I sincerely hope it ends up being a great game. Hopefully it'll be worth the wait. Everything that was mentioned in this rant video and in previous videos and included in that poll, GTA Online PC, Red Dead Online abandoned, the lack of quality of life improvements, peer-to-peer instead of dedicated servers, dwindling DLCs, lack of security, support, or in a lot of cases, the lack of support, microtransactions from shark cards, gold bars, now GTA Plus, not being able to communicate very well with your community via social media, never bothering to implement roadmaps for your online games is further proof that Rockstar is still terrible at online gaming.